Welcome to McGraft Park. This is, I believe, June 12th. The time is about 11:30 a.m. We've had a little bit of fairway cutting done by the city, and we're going to walk the course. We just parked here. Okay, the pin from this hole is only about right here. Okay, this has been widened considerably this morning. They're going to widen it even more. I propose that we take the pro tees, put it about right here, take out that brush straight ahead, keep those two tall trees right here as windows, make people go to the right of those. Here's the toboggan place, so that's not really much of a factor at all. Let me tee off here. One. I have 87 paces to this point right here. That's the pivotal tree. Basket right in this area, and these are our benches. Nicely cut out by Larry, Tim, and I believe it was Bob or Mike or something like that. Apologies for not remembering. Okay, end of one. We'll walk right up here. Hole two, here's the little weird lawn sprinkler. Pro tee. This tree guarding you from going too far right. Band shell straight ahead, make it fade for that tree right in the middle of the screen. Pretty nasty and deep and steep rough to the left, as you can see. In the empty, it's the same tree dead ahead. Here's this tree guarding the pin that'll be about right here. Enough so we have to think about it, a long putt, because you don't want it to be going down there. That would be kind of hard. Here's your toboggan run. And I'm standing right where the pin would be. On to three. We move the tee up quite a bit. Right here. We found out that our last tee was in no man's land distance. In other words, you're always going to get a three whether you have a bad or a good drive. And those double trees down there with the sun shining off them, between there and that area is where the pin will be. It's a good 340 footer or so. So crank off a decent straight drive. I'm itching my finger here, sorry. We got the circle right here. I'll have to check this. I'm standing right at the basket. Right at the mast of the band shell is where we just teed off in that direction, about 340 feet away. A lot of people will throw it straight, have it go to this nook here. Come straight at the basket. Might have to do something to pin placement to make sure that it's not a no man's land shot once again. Okay, people get done. Walk just over here. Oop. And down this path. The empty is going to be straight ahead of us. This hasn't changed at all since we first looked at it. Hole number 4. Walk looking back to the tee. Actual tee directly behind us. It's about 150 feet. Dog leg right standing here from the pin placement of 1. Alright. Remove the tee to about right here. Takes 20 feet off the shot, but it makes this tree, in the middle of your screen, not have to be taken out, because it's not luck, it's now defining the left side very well. On the right side, we've got all this stuff. It's very well guarded. If you can thread the needle, it's a short shot for an easy deuce. If you can't, God help you. And take out all this shrubbery here. A couple of things have been cut down by the crew over here, including that one dead tree that was dead ahead. There he goes. Okay, here's that little fork, and we're going to go straight ahead. The pin, you'll be able to see it from the tee, but it'll be down this little slope. Fern hill here, I guess. Cutting a lot of this, in fact all of it right down to the ground. Got the pin placement here. I'm standing on it. Some of the workers now, I think that's Tim. Hey, how's it going?
Get your car set or what?
We're working on that.
No, you get your game of golf in though, or what?
Yeah, I did. I threw around. There's no putting, so I don't know if I would have missed or not. Yeah. But I shot what I thought to be about a 4 over, a 58 for 18 holes. I lost the disc down there by the lagoon on the right on the brush. It's real thick, but that'll keep you away from it.
Right.
Yeah. So you're gonna haul this out here?
Yeah, this mess here.
Cool.
Yeah, we'll probably hook onto the loader and pull it up the hill. And
yeah. Very decent. I see that the logs down there have been cut into sections.
Yeah, we cut all that up.
Very good.
Yeah.
Now I'm walking around with the camcorder, filming what it looks like just before we put the baskets in, while still a little rough. See you around, Tim?
Yeah.
I might be back around before we're done, who knows? All right, there's our old placement. We were afraid that people would be hitting the softball diamond, so we walked around here. Instead, as you can see, that guards the softball diamond quite well. Straight up the pike, about 580 to 600 feet or so. It's a nice 2-shot hole. 2 good drives, and you're in for 3. A bad first drive over here, and you are looking at big trouble right away. If you go left, you're going to be okay, but it's going to be a tough approach. I think a lot of my good drives are going to be going left of this row of trees, dating back into the right, just at about the point to set me up for about a 200-foot approach. But that's only my perfect, drive. If I'm landing right here, I'm hurting. This is going to be tough. A lot of mine will be landing right here that don't go off well. Probably put the EMT somewhere up here. We're looking at that big tree straight ahead, center of your screen. And that's where the pin's going to be about 20 feet in front of. Here's your treacherous rough again. This is an absolute par 4 that you'll see a lot of 3s on, I think. I'll probably average about 3.7 on this. And I am standing right on the pin. Came from that way. Beautiful hole. Magnificent. Played it twice and I've had fun both times. First time I drilled it nicely, and the second time I hit a tree right off the bat, and I had to really save myself to get 4, and I was out in the open. So, be careful. All right, hole 6, pin placement. It's right where I'm standing for the pros. We're going to trim out a lot of this. The branch there, branches to the trees. And just watch as I walk up. If you don't know this one already. Oh, they did some trimming since I was here last. Excellent. See where that cat is right there? Did this to start fading into the left, where that Duche is. All right. My drive from the Pro Tee, first ever one here this morning, thought was in the water. It was about 1 meter long enough to go past, but it was in some really thick stuff. Here's the AMT. I've already thrown this one once. Right at that patch of dirt. To the left of it. We're going to do some trimming there too. Oh, looks like they already have. Makes it a much better shot already. This will be if you can thread the needle, it'll be an easy deuce. Both tees. If you don't thread the needle, it's going to be a tough par. Got our minnows there. Oh, cool. I wonder what kind they are. Hey, how's it going? Yeti.
I see the wheel made it back into the stream again.
Yes, well look to your right here. Candles. No blood found.
No. Must be some sacred gang ritual or something.
Yeah, well, they're gonna have to watch out or rams will be flying at them here. Yeah, I met the guys, they're all real nice, did a hell of a job.
Yeah, like that first one looks great.
Yeah. Once they trim the first bush then, it's gonna be a beautiful hole. I'll show you.
Outstanding. Excellent procedure.
Oh, I mean, look how quickly this is done.
I know. Jeez. And those logs, man.
Oh, they're beautiful.
All sawed up. That's just perfect.
Yes.
This
Hey,
is all opened up.
Pretty much. I threw from the Pro Tee this morning and thought I heard a splash over here. But I was in the thick stuff to the right, and that is thick
That is
stuff.
garbage. Yeah. You do not want to go.
Difficult. I lost my whippet on number 17 to the right. Or no, 16.
Oh, into the pond?
16. Coming down the hill to the right, I threw it too much to the right. It went shink right up in the top somewhere in all that canopy. Nowhere to be found. Found lots of like light bulbs and stuff in there. Anyway, folks, the pin placement on there or so. Shrubbery. Cinematographers don't have to do the real work. Now, okay, we just got done with 6 folks walking this way. Brrr. Doesn't look like they cut this yet. They said Monday they're going to come out and do some cutting as well.
Monday? Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Pro Tee in this area right here.
Oh, there's a little bit cut down.
Yeah, they cut down that middle stuff there.
Yeah.
Excellent. So this is an obstacle to the left. That big tree's an obstacle to the right. I think they might take out this big tree that fell down due to lightning.
Wow. I didn't even see that before. It was all covered with swag.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Yeah, there's not much holding that up, is there?
Mm-mm. A good breeze would blow it right over on somebody. That aspen bit the dust, I think, if it is an aspen. Maybe it's a Valari instead.
I think it's a number 2 driver.
Number 2 driver, okay.
Number 2 hit me on the head.
Stand at the tee one more time. So we move this back even a little farther. Take out this schwagness. Put the tee about right. Nope. Right here. Got that big heavy tree right there. And that one and everything else pretty much cleared out. Be a good woods hole. Stroke. Damn. It's shaping up.
Hell yeah. Look at how this area opened up here. This is kind of cool.
Yeah.
That's about where the AMT is going to be, isn't it?
Yeah, I would say so. Perfect. Right up the gut, straight ahead here. I think I might want to help him out here. Standing right at the release point. Remember again, the swag's gone. Straight up ahead of Wild up on the hill, where the pin will be. Got that tree to contend with, and that tree to contend with, or the drive. And this one, as a matter of fact. So we'll make it tight but not stupid. AMT about where Wild's standing. This is going to look a lot different when it's done. Looking at the pin placement being up there.
Yeah, once we open that up, the rest of the way like that is, it's gonna be a good shot.
Yeah. You're right about the spot where they cut their engines here. Bring them down at least. So you hole out up here. We'll have some more carving of fairway trees to do. Here's the pin right there. That area. At least we think so. These trees will come down eventually. Yeah, it'd be nice to see the basket kind of nestled in between two trees exactly from the tee. There's nothing in between, but you know, just a very, very, very difficult tight shot. We'll walk around the mud here. To the pro tee of the next hole. Wow. Right here.
Looks like this came down last night.
Yeah, it got pretty windy. Pro tee right here. Get rid of that tree with the cross on it there, but keep everything else so it's a nice tight hyzer. Long hyzer.
Hyzer.
Yeah. Brewhyzer. You can hear the boat motors roaring off the lake over there.
Yeah, some sort of boat race going
on. AMT about right here. Fading left of the tree on the tunnel. Pros going right where this cross is, just about up here. Take out 3 of these trees on the right. All the swag. These 1, 2, 3 trees or so here will be gone because it's right in the flight path of a good drive. This will be gone. Oop. So what we plan to do is say that a perfect drive lands about right here. And here we have a decision to make on where we want to put the basket. Somewhere, maybe to the left, or straight ahead through this stuff. We'll mow it down, of course. So we're not really sure yet what we want to do. It depends on, put some pin placements. Creek is OB. I want to take a look at this creek. Some good light shining off it, see if we can see any wildlife in it. In the minnows. It's too bad that's probably so polluted that my foot will come off. I'd go for a walk in it. I don't see any minnows yet.
Looks fairly clean.
It does look clean.
Take a sample to the lab.
Yes.
Probably cleaner than the lagoon, actually.
Oh, I would think so. Lagoon looks pretty nasty.
Larry was talking about the possibility of there being a body out there
No
in
shit.
the muck.
Whoa.
I don't know if they were
Yes.
joking around or what, but apparently some people have disappeared
Hmm.
and have never been located. And
Well, we've got lots of, you know, culture about our course here. Oh, I wish we could use this right here. You know, pin's way up there for the next hole. Hmm. I don't know.
it's the only spot where you got two fairways coming at each other, and they're quite far apart.
Yeah. We want to keep it that way, probably.
Yeah.
Horsefly. All right. I'm going to cut the engines here. All right, folks. We just walked up from that way all the way back from the woods over there. From 8, here's the parking lot, and here's 9 somewhere. We're still debating what we want to do with it. Don't want to hit the road. We don't want to hit the tennis courts or the basketball court. We don't want to have a stupid hole either. We were looking at possibly this. And of course the next tee is over that way, so we can't interfere too much with it. The next tee is very critical to keep. It's a very good hole. But the thing is, this hole's too easy. We looked at this over here. Little cup straight ahead. From a deuceable distance back here. We probably position the tee maybe like right here. Could come back even further. All right.
You go back even farther. And
Yeah.
Still use that area up there around that cluster of trees.
Yeah, certainly. Pros can reach
This
this.
makes it a lot less likely to go into the road too at the same time, because we're kind of bending away from the road. Instead of having the shot going parallel to the road, we're going more like this now.
As long as they don't turn it over, I guess. And then they have trees that'll most likely hit,
Well,
you would think.
pros shouldn't turn it over.
Yep.
Then if they're pro, they should know what they're doing.
Yeah, just got to make sure that we're logical
I
about
mean-
that.
Discs are going to go into the road. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah,
But then look at Riverside Park.
all the
On
time.
number 4. People are going into the road there, and that's a hell of a lot busier road than this.
Have a good time in Ludington.
All right. We'll see you later.
See you later. On the 4th. Baskets are due what, in about 2-3 weeks?
Yeah. 2 more weeks.
Yeah, if we could do that on a weekend, I wouldn't have to ask for any time off. Be nice. Get Tommy C up here. Make sure it's not on a tournament weekend.
Do you still get a brush hog, or
They might rent one. The city might.
they're gonna?
I'll put the pin somewhere in here. Pretty easy hole. Don't like it much, but gosh, even John Houck has to put in a boring hole once in a while. That was 9. We walk up to 10. 10 I like. Double shot hole. Second one of the day. These 3 trees act as a definer of your drive. This one acts as the pivot switch of your drive. Should you go left of it or right of it? Go left of it. You got this tunnel to aim at. You get beyond a lot of the good stuff to the right, you got a good shot at the basket, which will be way down there. Stonehenge, you can see a circle of it, sort of. Or you can go to the right with the big lazy hyzer and have a very lengthy shot at par. You see the road sign straight ahead telling you right where the basket's going to be. In there. So good, so good. All right. Now I'm going to walk over to the left. This is truly a two-shot hole, kind of like 5 back there. Same distance. A lot easier to par it though, I think. Obviously, because you don't have the forest on the right. See, from this point, drive swings out to the right or to the left. It's the forehand-centric view of the course. Near Stonehenge. Pin placement right in the middle, we hope. And if that's the case, I'm standing at it. It's McGraft Park Road and Glen Avenue. Alright, that was the tunnel that just came up. This is the big one to the right. Finish here. You see in this tunnel here. Let's walk to the next tee. Right there she is. The next hole is, again, like 9. I'm just puzzled about what to do. It's almost too open. We don't want to be shooting parallel with the road because there's a downhill slope. People will surely be hitting trees all the time. See my truck way down there. Orientation to where we are. Now we'd shoot this way, but there's a parking lot right there. Kind of stinks, that aspect of it. So we were looking at those 2 trees in the middle of the screen. Again, you're very close to a parking lot. And there's sort of this little tunnel. Where was I? Oh, right here. So you could hyzer in from the right. Oh, there's a, yeah, sort of a decorative tunnel, not really a one to be used. You could go around it this way or that way. You'll see the difficulty we're having right now figuring out what to do about this. So I'm going right up the gut here, and we would actually try to be teeing left or right of this little tunnel because it's really accessible up the middle. Well, maybe that parking lot isn't such a huge factor. Yeah, right where that door is. The basket there. I have seen one set of people playing tennis there in my many trips to this park. We could put the basket up in this little point. We could try to talk the park into making this not a parking area anymore, since they probably get used. This is from whence we came, that way. Now the walk to 12. I didn't tape the walk from 8 to 9 because we walked back down the trail to the parking lot where the truck is. It's an awfully long walk, unfortunately. Very fragmented park. We wanted to put the park, like Wild said, in one of the dune type situations that got on the lake. Here's your lit shuffleboard in that region. Yeehaw. Okay, the next hole's gonna be way short and be a deuce hole, certainly. Thought about teeing off down here. We got this tree sort of protected. Gosh, you know, this might not be such a bad idea. Right here. That's where we came from. You can see why we can't really use that side of the park. How many discs are going to roll in the road and get flattened or hit windshields? There's way too many. Now here we could be teeing right at this way, that light pole fading left. Pin's going to be down the hill a little bit. I don't think Wild has seen this yet, right here. This might be okay. I don't think too many people walk around here, do they? Yeah. Okay, we were thinking about this being the pro tee, and that little white thing on the tree, dead ahead, straight down from there, going down the slope would be the pin. We were looking at using this sort of as a route. It goes right down to a point where the road is. It's no good. Going to make the top of the basket visible to the pro tee. Just the top of it. The tees them. Of course, the cement that you see down there would, on it or over it, would be OB. Now, the grass is kind of lush here, so not going to be too many putts that hit the basket. It will roll. Now here's where we're going to have our MDGO concerts. Clubhouse, lit shuffleboard. Basket right around here somewhere, just to the point where the top of it is visible to the pro tee. Marked about right here, coming from that direction. So we're using the elevation to make it more difficult. Can you see Al Haxima in there? I can. Okay, we walked to 13. Probably one of my favorite holes here. I smell a reunion. Fried chicken and baked beans are available to the olfactory senses. To the toboggan chute. We're looking at putting the tee about like this. Move it back a little bit so backhanders won't be stubbing this every time. And your goal is to land past these trees straight ahead. It's about a 280, 300 or so from right here. We could move it back if we want to make it a little more difficult. And we're looking at an MRX approach. Perfectly placed, and you'll see the view you'll get. It's spectacular. Alright, there's the banshell. Anyway, pretty close. See, this is what really worries me. I think it's right there. Pin placement for 2. Or maybe even over there. We might have to do something about that. Now, if you're stuck back here, it's going to be really difficult to par this hole. So it's crucial that you have a good first shot that gets up past these 2, 3 trees right here. From here, you're getting to the part where you can par it. Won't be as gratifying as if your drive, however, would land. about here? Pin placement, you ask? Okay, I'll zoom in on it. Right up there. Actually about middle of the screen right there. I took a forehand from behind me about 50 feet away, behind us. Threw it about as hard as I could right up the chute here, and once it got out in the air, it faded down right in that area. So, two good second, full out drive if your first drive is no good, or if your first drive is good, you land right here. You got a very spectacular view of the basket. I like this hole. And a roller might act like it's going down a bowling alley that has little kiddie guards up in the gutters. Doom, 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 doom. So someone who's daring might want to try a roller. Not really concerned about the pro tee placement on one, because it's down there. Another true two-shot hole is the third one of the course. We took one away by changing one. Just didn't want to clear out all that stuff. One we had teeing off from way up there, dropping to here. And that's going to cause all sorts of problems. It makes this hole worse, it makes 14 worse, and it made it so we had to work our butts off to clear off all that. As Wild calls it, swag. Nice big wide open lawn here. Gosh, how can we not look at this and think about teeing off from right here? Unfortunately, we get rid of this most beautiful hole. We need a connector anyway. I like teeing off right here. Spectacular. Anyway, we won't be going at this pin on 13. Stand where I think the pin ought to go. Using this big willow tree as sort of a guide. And back up on the hill if you're not quite close enough to see the opening of the grass. Put the pin right here. And there you go. I just love this hole. From here, we walk around. Finish off the course in a flurry. We've got one mediocrely difficult hole. We've got one very easy hole. And then three very challenging holes. One of the tee placements we couldn't use, unfortunately. For one was right here, but maybe someday we can. Right, 14. Tee off where I'm standing. The double tree straight ahead is where you want to aim. You want to have it fade to the left. And that big black tree is faded before that tree. Aha. Aha. Yes, you. Pretty deadly rough. Don't want to be too far out to the right because your approach is going to be very difficult. Weighty. Between these two trees. Clear the brushery right here, and these little trees will define the backdrop for the basket, which will be right in here. If you overshoot and get unlucky enough for the stuff for your disc to go over it, you're looking at some trouble, folks. So you finish off there, walk back this way. Hole 15. Pros teeing off. Right about here, we'll level this out. We already have a marking to trim the first 2 branches off this tree, but we don't want to put people throwing tomahawks. Straight this way. Elevation up and down makes it not a pitch and putt. It's more just like a pitch and long putt, or long pitch and short putt. It's a connector, certainly. It's not a lot of land to work with. It's so fragmented. The stupid road goes through the park. Takes away a lot of potential. We had toyed with the idea of putting the pin in such a way that if you're short on your drive, your approach is going to have to be careful so that it doesn't go careening over this slope onto the road. The grass is very thick here. Just never know. Alright, basket somewhere in this area, not sure where. And be hard to throw a hard putt here. So you finish up on 15, now we head to 16. This is the long walk. It takes about 4 minutes to walk there. I wish this didn't have to happen at all. But it's either this or we have a minimum of 1 more boring hole. As it is now, we've got about 3. My guess is 9, 11, and 15 are the most boring. Whoa. Here we're looking at the pin placement of 17. The trees have been knocked down for us. Forestry Division. Well now, I did not see anything like this ever before. Well now. Fascinating, fascinating, fascinating. Show this take a while sometime. Interesting we have here, interesting. I don't know if I like that though. That's kind of like that one Fitzgerald cliff shot. The church on Frisbee Street. Presbyterian, we hope. Oop. If we reinforce this ground here, trim out the swag, and straight ahead. We have a hole go through here. Boy, boy, oh boy, you know, we could... Right there's where all the weddings take place. It's hard to use the land for that reason. What's going on over here? You got fish over there? Not enough run-up room here at all. So we'll get the publicity out for disc golf with our tee being right here. Now let me show you some of the angles we had. We could have done this, but we'd be shooting over weddings. And we'd be shooting over weddings here. But it would be oh so pretty. Can't use it because of the weddings. We can't start here and shoot this way because we'd have to walk to that point somehow. Then walk all the way back. We figured it'd be more beneficial if people just walk out here first and then play 3 holes in a row to finish. Pierre Marquette wanted number 2 to be here. Here's the Pro Tee. Am Tee is a little crook down to the middle. Alright. You can see the witch tree down there. You want to stay out between the witch tree and the stuff on the right. Stuff on the right is brutal. I lost my last old mold whippet down there this morning. Hopefully get it back. Shoot down this way and then dog leg right. You've got to throw a straight drive down there. Stay left. The brush on the right in order to par this baby. This is going to be a difficult to par 3. Wild's hole, he got this one. It's a shame we can't use this land here. I'm taking a look at what the swag looks like on the right of this hole. It's deathly brutal. I would whip it somewhere in here. Am Tee right here. Whip it to my right. Witch tree to the left. The rabbit. Great drives landing right where we are here. Pin right about where the sand is. Straight ahead and in the tunnel a little bit. It's already cleared out for us, so a bad approach is going to go in the drink. Goes left and high, as this is the lagoon. Here's where naughty approaches will go, and this is about where the pin's going to be. Just tough. Now, for tournaments, something I just looked at, of course, here's our original shot. We had to get here somehow, which is kind of weird. You could use all this land over here. Tournaments. Put in a hole or two. We're not going to have weddings and tournaments at the same time. I've yet to walk this. It is the rabbit. Certainly put a hole here, but we'd have to get here, as I'm saying. What do we have people do? Play that hole twice up there? Wonder if that's ever been done in disc golf. Sort of big old carp jump or something. Anyhow, let's pretend we're back over here. Yeah, you already see the fairway for the next hole. It's fantastic. Wonder if that was a bass. Today is a fishing free day, as well as tomorrow. That's what I'm going to be doing when I'm done with this. Look at this pretty view. Frisbee, street Frisbeetarianism. Right about here for the pros, we think. It's about 330 feet. Manatee tree straight ahead. Lagoon to the left. Future 18-hole course across the lagoon, we hope. We're thinking about teeing here, or possibly moving up here, putting manatee tree right in the middle of the shot, taking down, clearing in about a meter or two of all the brush, and making it so there's a straight shot at it that's very tight here, or chucking out. Now over here, you will be chucking out. Really not a logical way to play this any other way, unless we trim about a meter into this stuff. Because the pin will be placed right in there. And it's real pretty. It's got those tall, what looks like tall mountain trees almost because it's mountainy. Anyway, I threw this earlier and I took a par on it. My drive wasn't spectacular, but it was accurate. Put the Am Tee about right here. See, the trees were taken down for us this morning. Somebody's fishing down there. This will be level to the ground, and the pin placement shall be probably up in here, right in front of this backdrop of green, and there's the road. Oh, got a little seaweed action there. Okay, we're actually right in front of the tee. Howdy. We got a bullhead there?
Yeah, if we get it undone.
Ew, good luck. That's a pretty one. Is that a gar? I mean, not a gar, a dogfish maybe?
That's something weird. Cool.
That is a gar, that's a dogfish, bowfin.
Cool.
It's,
Dot on its tail, yep.
yeah, they're related to ancient fish.
Huh.
Neat. Congratulations. You want to put it in the thing?
It's mean fish.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. I bet it fought like the dickens.
Yeah.
Want to put it in the thing?
Anyway, here's the last hole. Teeing off right here, you can either throw a straight sort of hyzer this way, or lob over an anhyzer this way. We're going to cut a clearing right about there, very noticeably so.
I got players in my phone.
Well, have a good one.
You too.
Putting in a disc golf course here, in case you wondered what the heck I was doing. Any idea what that is?
No.
It's, yeah, pretty new. Golf with an aerodynamic sort of frisbee.
Cool.
Yeah, this is the beginning of the 18th hole right here.
Wow.
So you'll be seeing it. It'll be ready to play in about a month.
So what are you going to do with the lake here? Are they still going to let people fish?
Oh yeah.
Cool.
You know, we're real courteous of other people using the park. Yeah, there'll be probably, the ladies will be playing in the league too, so forth. It's a lot of fun. Talk to you later.
Thanks.
Where the martin pole is, that's where the basket's going to be, to the left of it and straight ahead, we think. We don't want it to be a no man's land par every time, of course, but put the AMT somewhere close up here. There's that line of trees, there's that last one. Pin straight ahead from us, and the landing area shall be right here. It's already about a third of it here. We're going to clear everything from this big tree to the right and up to this bush. And it should be visible from the tee, and if you land right in here, you'll have about a 30-foot look at a deuce. That's if you conservatively get it here. Now, if you throw a bomb over this bush and land about here, much more realistic. Anyway, that's 18. You'll hole out and be done with it. And that's our 18.